Squaring off with another team from the map, the Northern Illinois Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Redhawks will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Northern Illinois Huskies offense will have the first possession of the game. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they could really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
The Miami Redhawks offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The Redhawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
Grab behind the line. It's Tracy. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Redhawks will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the catch.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Caught behind the line. It's Bryant. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Bryant. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen in the last couple weeks.
No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll run the screen. Still on his feet at the 40. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Finds the tight end. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. The Red Hawks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Russell. Turning on the Jets. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as he got the ball.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Finn. It's complete on the right side. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Wide out trying to get it in. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Red Hawks. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard. He tries to take the top off. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it. The second down coming.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Thanks to grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Huskies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go to the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Grab, go to the middle. It's Bryant. Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up 1st and goal from the 7. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. 3rd and goal.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Waning seconds of the 1st half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Rides the back on the option to give. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. Offense gets set for second down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Northern Illinois will kick it away to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He'll keep it himself. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Well, this game really has turned into a defensive struggle, and both defenses right now are just absolutely dominating. That time, nice job using his pass rush moves, getting to the quarterback, and they just look like they cannot be blocked right now up front.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Redhawks send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield, it's Rodgers. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
And they want this defense spread out across the width of the field, 5 wide on 2nd and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Decision time for this offense. 4th down, Palmer, the home crowd. You know they want to go for it. They're going to be chanting. They're going to be excited. They need a reason to get on their feet.
And I like it because the head coach sending a clear message to his team. We are going to be aggressive.
Touchdown, Huskies! And that one will give them the lead.
Yeah, and I love calling the QB's number. I don't care if he gets hit down near the goal line, 4th and goal. I need him to make a play. Nice job being decisive, getting downhill, getting in the end zone.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Russell. Still running at the 40. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The Red Hawks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
I'll send the tight end in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. That's the end of the quarter, and Northern Illinois has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Guys, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by 7 over Colorado. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Red Hawks offense heads to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Finn. Snagged out of the air.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, It's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Redhawks with the 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Russell. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for him.
And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative.
There he goes. He breaks a tackle. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. The Redhawks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He'll pull it on the read. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Quick pass on the fly motion. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Got it in the middle. It's Bryant. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. A run for the quarterback. Still running at the 35. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the 1st one they've used this half. The Huskies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Ready?
Northern Illinois will line up with a 1st and goal. And they kneel down for a second time to drain as much time as possible off the clock and set up their kicker for the game-winning field goal attempt. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll try to boot them into the lead in the final minute. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, NIU.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Perhaps duck shoes will be appropriate here as he comes out in the rain to try to win the game. Going right down the boulevard. They have grabbed the lead in the waning seconds of the game, and they are so close to victory. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your